Do? Alright guys. Oh, it's dark again. Why is it dark? Welcome back to License to Send. I'm Ace. That's Chris. He always walks away. And he likes to hide in dark, creepy corners most of the time. Today we're installing an alky kit on the V after the apocalypse happened. So, my car's gray now. So ignore that bit, but it's just an AlkyControl kit, more or less plug and play from what I understood from the instructions, and we're just trying to get preps for dyno next week, hopefully. It doesn't get rescheduled again because of the weather, because it's twice now that's been rescheduled due to weather, and once because of parts not being here in time for Joseph's truck, right?
Yeah, and the bad thing is, they just showed up yesterday.
Oh, the parts just showed up? Oh, okay. I didn't realize the parts still weren't here. I thought it was all weather.
He canceled the order, and then it showed up.
Oh. Okay, well. So, be sure to keep an eye out for that video because we're going to be dynoing this to see what kind of numbers we're making. And we'll get to see a badass truck on the dyno. Maybe not the numbers, but it'll be a badass truck on the dyno. So, having said all that, we're going to wrap into this and start taking things apart, get it on the lift, and get it tested and going. And the fan's off now.
This thing won't be too long before you can say that you've had every piece over here off.
I am, and I'm not looking forward to that. If that makes any sort of sense.
I know it has very distinct places to put the pump and
Yeah, basically
the tank and
the pump pretty much mounts right off of this.
yeah, but it's underneath. So the tank has to be in the middle height-wise, pump low point, and nozzle has to be high point. Never had this off before.
Yeah. It's like I know how to take it off.
Here's like foils.
Is it worse than before, or do you remember?
I'm sure there's still plenty in there from before.
Oh yeah, that is. It's probably not the best thing to do for it, but I did it anyways. Yeah, it's pretty dark.
I see which one you're talking about.
Yeah, see it?
The screw right here, coming from
it's
there.
It's behind here, which I can get to. It's just like what in there is gonna turn, you know?
Sitting on there like the others?
Yeah. It's just like that's why I said a stubby would probably be the only thing that would fit in there, but.
Or strictly just alcohol and distilled water.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, most of the shit when you order and it's boost juice and stuff, that's all it is.
Red washer fluid. What did the instructions say next, Chris?
Considering half the kit's already built, we just let's see. So that goes in like that. So this goes. May have to turn the wheel to get in there.
Well, that requires a lot of work.
Monster truck. Yeah, we could let it down. I don't want to admit defeat.
Right way?
Yep. I think that will work.
Grab it.
Oh yeah. Oh, man. Never said that was sharp.
Yeah, that's true. You did not. So, something you're really going to want to do is you're going to take this front half of the inside fender liner out. It's like someone's walking up. And you're going to cock this wheel all the way to the right. That's a good way to say cock on the internet without getting in trouble. No? I thought I got to laugh at it. There we go. Now we get a chuckle.
Now it's canceled.
Yeah, now we're canceled out of all the things we said. You do have to drill a hole up here. The bolt should be supplied with your kit. Not ours, because we bought a used kit. And it comes with the, I said it, a 1-inch bolt.
1/4 by 1.
Yeah, 1/4 by 1. So you have to drill a 1/4-inch hole up here. Just when you test fit, mark your hole and figure it out. You may have a little bit of a battle with your fog light, but results may vary. Yeah, so now we just got to put in the new reservoir with the plugs there so we can mount that, and then we'll screw in to the pump. I think I covered that. Well, you can figure out the wires in a minute.
I think they probably had that going to that bolt.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that ground wire right there actually goes up to that bolt you just drilled, so remember that. And then we'll go over the wiring for the rest of it in a bit. Alright, so I ran this hose up. This is to feed into your intake manifold. I just ran it up through right here next to the reservoir, and I'm going to secure that up here, probably with zip ties of some sort, and all of this will sit behind that big shroud right here. And now I'm going to get ready to tap into the intake and put that nozzle in there and mount that in place, and then we can get started on running the alky controller wiring inside the car and to the fuse panel. And I don't know if we're going to use this map sensor just yet or not, so hold on that and we'll figure out how to get all that shit sorted. Right, Chris?
Yeah.
He's so excited. So excited! Alright, so the instructions will tell you to install the nozzle, drilling a 13/32 hole, just slightly larger than 3/8. So we've got the nozzle, we tapped it, well, we drilled the hole and used the threads of the brass fitting to tap the intake. They have other suggestions, I think, for like aluminum intake, but plastic, so we just kind of did that. And then they also say to blue Loctite, come on, these fittings right here. And did you blue Loctite so we blue Loctite the nozzle as well, so you can see it there. So I'm just gonna slap this in now, and then we're going to put the feed line into that and tighten it down. Alright, so I'm going to start with the fuse box paneling wiring. We'll have to redo that. So, alright.
There.
Well, on the picture, that looks like it was like right here or something. Just see? The VIN number's right there. So I don't know if they self-tapped a screw or something, because that looks like that's floating right here in these instructions.
Needs to
Yeah, that gray wire needs to float in through
flow
there.
in through here.
But you can see how the wiring was done before. Yeah.
Came through
And then
here.
it goes into that empty slot. Well, let's see if I can get the angle.
This empty one? Which side of it?
It looked like it was closer to the sensor, but yeah. But it said, you know, get a test light to confirm. So
Yeah.
the instructions
Confirmed.
show to go into this empty slot right here. Get a test light to confirm it.
So
And then
that needs to go here. And that goes there.
okay, and then yeah, Chris has got it. I'm gonna show you guys and explain it because you know we're trying to be nice. All right. So this power lead is gonna go to right here on the fuse box, right there. This ground lead, we're going to use this ground right here, and then the aforementioned fuse wire goes right there towards the front in that empty spot. Did you get a zappy?
No, I come close. Hey, damn. I think it's tight.
I tightened it real good.
There it goes. I was trying not to break the damn thing. I was like, that seems excessively tight.
That was me. I'll own up to that. Damn, do we want to clean that off or? Okay. He said send it. Do you get it? It's part of the channel. Alright. So once you get your pump in, they recommend filling this full of water to test for leaks. I'm not going to do that yet. This is the wiring harness for the pump that goes inside the car to the controller. I have a separate video on how to run wires through this fender, so I won't be showing you guys that. Here's a little pop-up. It'll show you how to run those wires up. With this, you're going to want to run it over the fender well and down and around, and it will pop in through the fender back behind inside the car. There's a little bit of grommet that you can fit in, so there's a link to the video right here and you can do that. Alright, so quick update on the map sensor. We decided to just use the stock one, the one that was, I got windy with it. The one that came with that kit was a 2-bar. I had looked this up. This is actually a 3-bar sensor. This green wire in the kit, when you run the wire through the fender on that side and in through, you're going to run it over, back behind, tuck it away how you want. We put the wire in this tube. It is running up to here. You just pull back. Excuse the wind. You have to pull back this and tap that green wire into the stock harness for that sensor. And that's the easy explanation of that. So just make sure you run your wire all the way across and pop it in. Alrighty, so once you get your controller through there, there's that factory ground here. You know, all this is self-explanatory. As we mentioned earlier, running the wires up there. You have your positive lead, you have a ground. Well, this goes to the relay. This is the wiring for the pump. No, sorry, this is the wiring for the pump. Chris put this connector on it. He preferred to not have just the shrink wrap on it, so we did this. But you can see right there, those are the wires. and that's going to the pump here. And I will flip on the ignition here, and you can see that it is on. And then I put my LED in the vent over here. Kind of hard to see, but I put the LED in the vent over there so it's not just really bright somewhere and blinding. I thought it would be nicer tucked away in that vent, and you can still see when it activates. But again, the wiring through the fender, here's a link through there in that kick panel. Push a grommet out, run your wiring through the grommet, and you're good to go. But we're going to button all this up. So I'm putting the controller above this little panel right there. You can see it, but there's a plastic piece. See if I can get it right there in the center. I'll put an arrow on it. I trim that off, so this will close all the way shut. And then you'll just have a little bit of wiring here that'll fit behind that, and your controller's hidden. Ding. Ta-da!
As you come off on the line.
Hi guys, appreciate you watching. If you stayed along through this part of the video, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. Put in the comments what you think the car will make on the dyno. The closest person in horsepower and the closest person in torque will get a free t-shirt or hoodie. I'll wind up communicating with you to see which one you want. Most likely it'll just be t-shirts, but we're going to be doing that. If you happen to get both numbers right, we'll wind up doing maybe like 2 t-shirts or something. So be sure you comment in this video at the bottom what horsepower and torque you think the car is going to make. I don't know what dyno it is, so we'll kind of like probably adjust a little bit for the numbers based off that type of dyno runs lower or higher. I know it's not a Mustang dyno or a Dynajet. I forget what the other brand is. So comment below what you think the car is going to make. Here's a list of the horsepower mods or car mods, and make your guesses. Go.